Managed 200th, Friday night footy, hot pies, cold dogs. Let's play the intro. So it's only round 4, but it's already a big game. The Doggies are sitting pretty with 2 wins, 1 loss. Collingwood on the ugly side of the ladder. Both teams looking to bounce back from a disappointing round 3 where both teams lost. So round 10 2018 were the last time Collingwood and the Doggies played each other. The Doggies were able to get to a 24-point lead at quarter time, still have an 18-point lead at half time, but Collingwood went on, kicked 8 unanswered goals in the second half. The Doggies didn't score any goals in that second half, leaving them scoreless in a half for the first time since 1991. The Pies went on to win by 35 points, boosted them into the top 8. Treloar turned Hannibal Lecter, carved up the opposition, 40 disposals and 2 goals. So last week, Collingwood went down to a brilliant West Coast side. The Eagles restricted any sort of game plan that Collingwood had in mind, not letting them play the way that they did against Richmond the previous week, which saw them win. The Magpie midfield dropped their colours for the second time in 3 games, whilst the forwards didn't fire on any sort of cylinder. The Doggies also lost last week. The Suns got out to a decent margin, but the Bulldogs kicked the last 4 of the 6 goals in the last quarter, but a kick just before full time missed, and the Suns went on to win by 5 points. The usual midfield trio of Bontempelli, McRae and Liberatore did what they always do, got a lot of possessions, a lot of the ball, lots of run and carry, but they were unable to hit anything on the scoreboard and none of them kicked a goal for that whole game. So just the one change for the Pies, Varco comes in for Greenwood. A surprise omission last week against the Eagles, Varco brings that speed, that forward pressure that we definitely lacked last week. He does this at the expense of Greenwood, but Greenwood really didn't do much last week. As a tagger, Gaff got over 30, Shuey, Cripps, so I don't know what he was doing. I would have had more changes, but I'm not the coach, so let them do what they know, I guess. For the Doggies, Jason Johannesson comes and plays his first game in 2019. He replaces defender Lewis Young. Johannesson does bring a lot to the table. He is that midfield link out the back for the Bulldogs. Great run and carry player. We know how good he is with the ball, how good he was in that 2016 side. So it's going to be a little bit dangerous for us. I think the key area for us is going to be our forward line. We can't squander any sort of chance when we get the ball into our 50. That means conversion rate has to be great, making the most of our chances. I think in every single video these last 3 rounds, all I've been saying is, yeah, we had a lot of the ball in the first half, but we didn't convert, we didn't use our chances properly, and let's see how the team's back in. You've got to put them to the sword. If you've got the opportunity, you have to put the team to the sword, you know. It's one of the things that you learn when you're younger playing football is it's just go, go, go. If you think you're going to win, then your mindset, you just got to relax, put your foot on the brake, you know, and the other team's going to run all over you, like West Coast did, like Geelong did, like Richmond was starting to do. It's only round 4. I know it's a bit weird to say we can change our season around, but we definitely can. We have to convert. We have to make the most of our chances. Another key area is our midfield. Buckley came out and said it this week. I've been saying it, not that we're the same person, but, you know, who knows. Our midfield just lacks that connectivity these last couple of rounds. Dane Beam's coming in. Yeah, he's played with us before, but these last few years he's been at Brisbane. He still has to be able to mould with the team, know where everyone's going, because for 4 years or however long he was at Collingwood, it's still out of Collingwood. Our leaders have to really stand up. Pendlebury, Sidebottom, Adams. Great to have Adams back in the team. He did really well last week and he'll only get better. Treloar has to keep doing what he's doing, just has to make every possession count. And we just have to support Grundy's hit-outs when he gets into advantage. It seems as though the other team's rovers and centres are actually roving to Grundy's taps more so than their own ruckmans, and you can't have that. We've got to get smarter with the ball, and we've got to show the competition why we have the most elite midfield. Speaking of Grundy, here's my matchup that I want to watch this week. He goes up against Tim English, who I think Brody will have his numbers. Brody's been playing a really good season, dropped his colours a little bit in that first round, picked him up, even last week was one of our outstanding performers. Yeah, I even gave him 3 votes. He's not just, like I've been saying, like everyone's been saying, he's not just a ruckman, he turns midfielder. He's got to be a pivotal cog in how we win this game. I think Collingwood will win by 34 points. We're going to really come out the blocks. We're kind of coming out firing. The Bulldogs are going to try and hit us hard. We'll hit back harder. This is the game where everything starts turning around for us and everything starts clicking. My big call is that after a so-so week last week, Ali's going to come out and kick 3 goals and really turn it on. Get back into that form that he had in that Richmond Geelong games. So big congrats to Maney on his 200th game. I'm not going to shy away from it. Yes, I was a doubter when he came to the club, big contract, etc, etc. But he has proven us wrong. Ever since breaking into the team last year, he hasn't done any wrong. He's really pivotal to the team now off that wing. He brings a lot. He's been getting a lot of possessions at the moment. I know possessions aren't everything, but he makes every one of them count. And you can see that he bleeds black and white, which is exactly what he wants. Wells returns to the VFL. Another big money, big contract player. It's great to see him back. So many injuries, but if we could get him back into the team once he's fit and ready to go, just brings another dimension to Collingwood. Also, I really want to see Sire back. All this talk about him leaving and stuff, it's so early. None of that. But I need to see him back next week. I keep saying that everyone brings that to the team. But Sire does bring lots to the team. In and under, that grunt that we need, and will put his body on the line for us. So this is my second last video till I actually take a break. I'll be in the States for the Brisbane game and the Anzac Day game, unfortunately. I'll do a recap when I get back, so definitely hold your breath for that. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, comment, go check out my Instagram at Swoop Luke, and go Pies. Swoop you later.